I've lost everybody again. Do you know what? I'll get the hang of this. Yeah. Right. Let's screen screen number 3. Let's go. You know what? I'll get the hang of this. Right. Let's screen screen number 3. Right. Can you see the mouse? Okay.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah,
Good.
and YouTube's working as well.
Right.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah,
Yeah. We're
and YouTube's working as well.
great. Cheers, guys.
Yeah.
I'll just switch.
YouTube's working as well.
Have we got some echoes coming in? Have I got echoes coming in here? That's better. That was me. Sorry about that, guys. I'll just turn the ding dong bell off. People coming in and out of the room. Do you know, one day I'm going to learn how to do the controls of this so it doesn't come on at all ever. But you never know. Right. Okay. Let's get going. Get this out of the way. What's all these apps coming on? Right. There we go. Right. So, ATR today and the FTSE's flat, 12 again. DAX is going up slightly, more volatility, pushing highs. Interesting, Nikkei up 1.54% and then Hang Seng down 1.54%. And I think the Asia Pacific markets dragged the FTSE down. So what I did mention in the report, did I mention in this report? So this is the daily edge that we posted out. Do you know what I'm saying? I said this, but did I say their closing gap was expected? We hit yesterday's stuff. Can be targeted for an early long. Yes. For a moment, I thought I hadn't told everybody about doing the early morning gap, but whether you were up or not, I'm not sure. So what we're looking for was a market inefficiency coming all the way back down to the camera breakout short and heading to the closing gap. The thing we've got here is daily pivot risk, trying to close that gap there. So completely free, took half off already, stopped to entry, and on our way with that one. Still want to trade it again. Let's have a quick look. What time have we got? Loads of time, haven't we? So kind of zoom out a little bit. So we hit the target. The target was hit yesterday at 86.35 as well. So today, what I really want to do is just retarget that if we can. Try and get the. Let's see if we can get the closing gap. And then let's try and target 86.35. We had some equal news out this morning, which was claimant counts, which was a bit weaker than expected, but really had no effect on the FTSE whatsoever. The big thing today is the CPI at 130, and people will be looking what's happening with that, which is a consumer price index, of course. But that's at 130 today. The other gap we've got in play, which is a futures play, which is the US 500. And I'm looking to get that rise this morning into the futures if we can. I've already got this set for way up here, but I've got an alert for the closing gap as well. So I'm just looking at a futures play on the S&P. While we're talking about the S&P, we have where are they? They've gone now. I should have checked this before, shouldn't I? Let's have a quick look. We have the US 500, 59 calls. We bought those for $16.99. And they are 45 at the moment. So we're a few 100%, 200% up on those. And then we've still got the weeklies, the weekly US 500s. which were weekly, which were 59 calls as well. We bought those for an average of 189 and a 576. So well in the money, 600% up on those. So that's where we are. If you want to join me on the futures market, then you can to close that gap. We're sat on 600% on. Why can't I put this up? I don't know why I can't put this up. Quickly flick this across. This is the call still. And really, I'm looking for. I've gotten alerts for this up at right all the way up here. I want to cash out probably today. I'll keep you abreast of what's going on with that today. The other thing we've got before we go to FTSE gap is gold. I know gold is negative. I've said we're going to be trading gold negative, but there is the opportunity, and I did put it in here. So is the early edge gold. So we're going to sell on rallies into the 3,300 level, but there is an opportunity from a technical point of view to give it some on a short-term bounce onto gold. And so I put that in the trading room this morning. I think I did. Let's have a look.
Alert triggered.
So that's the FTSE early doors, futures market nearest 500. Pound Japani trades this morning, Euro pound this morning, and then gold at 5 to 6. That was the bounce, looking for that bounce on gold. Right. So I'll make sure I'm not going mad. So what I'm looking for is a little rally on gold into these levels here. We're looking really into the 3,300 levels, looking for a short. But let's go and concentrate on the FTSE. Get that FTSE back up. We want that gap to be closed. Right. So we're already in the money. Is there anyone in the room? Are you? Did anyone take the early doors trade?
Yeah, got that one.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So if we're already in it, then that's great. But we can take a fractal break here. Here's a double top, and it's a fractal. I'll put the fractals and I'll show you. So that's a fractal break. Ideally, we'll be an ATR away from that. So we want to ideally be 12 pips away from the close. And perfecto, we're 13 pips. So we can quite easily set a 12-12 for a fracker break, an ATR stop, and an ATR target into here. Quite happy to do this again on a nice healthy break into there would be. So if we look at going 85, 92.5, as you know, I had a 2% trade in here. I took my rupees out here and then put a stop to entry. So we've already made 1%, and this remainder here is risk-free as well. It's what we're looking for. This market to run straight up into this gap and get the closing gap done. We've got the pivot in the way, of course, but let's see what we can get.
Alert triggered. Alert triggered.
Come on. Right, so I think what we'll do, we'll add some profits for the guys that are already in early and just move this up onto the fractal. So we start banking more money, and we're looking for this gap to close. I'm not sure what's gone wrong with YouTube comments, because it just says something has gone wrong. It's not allowing me to comment. I wonder if I can do it on something different while we're waiting. Can I change? Accounts. Change accounts. Let's see if we can get into that. Come on, let's get this gap closed. That's what we're after. All right. Come on. Get yourself on. So you can see just a bit of a commentary. The risk to this particular gap trade is the daily pivot. We get the pivot boys that buy and sell around the pivot all the time. So people may have done what I've done, early doors trade, come up to the pivot, take the money early. But let's just wait and see if we can get something a one-to-one, a fracker break into that close. That would be nice. While we're looking at them, just going to have a little look at what's happening. Positions. We're in pound Japan at the moment, euro, pound, US 500, gold spot. That's moved up 8 pips. FTSE, we're in. Gold futures, we're in. Call options, 5900s for tomorrow, we're in. And 30th of May options as well. Big day tomorrow, of course. Don't forget, we've got the divvy trade.
Alert triggered.
Where we'll get,
Alert triggered.
we should get paid 21x in the last couple of seconds onto the
Alert
FTSE,
triggered.
so we'll be trading that one obviously live tomorrow. And it's kind of really worth doing because the unbalanced volume is starting to really rush through here. Put the set through on 5. Just need a push up there. Come on, let's get this done with, and then we can get on with the rest of the track. Oh, you know, coffee. Just watching Pam Japani and gold. I just wanted to get a cheeky gold in, and kind of 10 pips up on gold. We are pushing against the tide on gold, but I think that little bounce off the 3200 was too tempting not to take. Right. As you can see, volume still coming through. Just get that gap nipped up and closed. Target today 86.35, same as yesterday. Revert back up there.
Alert
I think
triggered.
we can do a stop
Alert
to entry
triggered.
on this now, guys. We're nearly there, and we can move an extra profit take all the way up here collectively together. So
Alert triggered.
we will make a really good chunk of change this morning, well over 2%, over 3%
Alert
this
triggered.
morning. Let's just get this closed.
Alert triggered.
So we can't do anything but win today. We've come in pretty low. We've got a stop to entry as well. So if we lose, we kind of forget one trade's break even. The other trade is 2%. Well, 1 3/4, I guess, 1.5. But I'm quite confident this is going to smack it. So there we go. Well done, guys. Everyone in the room took the money on that one.
Yeah, got that one. Thanks.
Okay, no worries. Right, so that's over and done with. So that's nice. That's 5 trading days on the bounce. We've closed that gap, which is very nice indeed. Right, let's have a little look. So gold is up 11 pips as well. We don't have to go and look at gold. We know where gold is. Let's go and have a look at the other things that we've done. But before we go off the close, what I do expect here is a pivot bounce of and a retrace back from the close. So the way I would treat this, if you want to continue on 2 tactics, I would say a 5-minute fractal above here. So 5-minute fractal above the close, or a pullback and a 15-minute bar. So all those guys I don't know on YouTube, I didn't advertise it at all. So if you're using 15-minute guides, then just use a 15-minute guide to do that. Or if you're a fractal trader in the room, then fractal break above here and target 85, 86.30. So it's driving me bonkers. Those alerts are going off. Aussie USD, I'm not interested in that today. That was from yesterday. I will take Wall Street out. And that was a trigger on here, wasn't it, for the trades that we had. May as well review that now. So we were in at 1.89, so we're 200% up at the moment. I've gotten alert all the way up here, wishful thinking for 1,000% return. These need to be closed by tomorrow. These are weeklies. We do have monthlies as well for the 30th of May. Oops. So we're looking for the rally. With the rah-rah, we got in really low. The rah-rah come up. Some of the guys accidentally closed their calls out for a monster lump of money, which is great. I took half off. So all my trades are completely free. And what I'm looking for is another rally today. And well, where would I be happy? Well, whoops. I'll just put another last. Where would be happy? Well, we can't be too happy with 540% there, really. That would be nice. I'll put another alert there. Might decide to take a little bit more. And we'll see where we go with that one. So let's just get back to that FTSE. So there's I should put that in as a call that we had. Let's say, yes, that's tomorrow's call. So big day tomorrow, call or take the money at 500%. I don't want to take it at 200%. I'm not interested in that. We want more out of this. Divvy tomorrow, 21 pip divvy. So you'll get 21 times whatever you've got in the market at 1 second past 4:30. We'll do our trading strategy on that because I think we can do parts 1, 2, 3, and 4 tomorrow. So we do have an opportunity, as well as the gap close tomorrow, to possibly smash another 4% on FTSE tomorrow as well. So that would be nice. Thursday, we've got another training session on hitting the wall, R3S3 trades. So if you can join them, that would be good. Friday, we've got options expiry. So that's a really good trade. So we'll be doing that as well. So frackers here, down at 5. Let's go back down to here. We'll keep the frackers on. Maybe if someone can shout out in the room. Ideally, if I'm going to put an alert just up here, just into this other fractal here. If we can get a fracker up here, then I would be nice to have a crack at that. Let's go on to the FX. So this is the early doors trade that I posted on Slack this morning, and it's here on the daily edge as well on my buy recommendations. There we are. Oh heck, I don't know why, a bit of a typo there, but why in there? So yeah, we hit all the targets yesterday, absolutely smashed the targets yesterday, which were really good. Today it was buying the dips and retargeting where we were going to, but targeting 56, 560. So 19,560 was the target today. We are, when you zoom right out, all this, for guys that don't know, all this mustard colors are used as a key for our
alert trigger.
So just turn the trades off for a moment. Let's get rid of these fibbles as well. Took a bit of noise off the chart. So what we're trading into is an area, a 4-hour area that has been support here, and resistance here, and yesterday it pushed up into here. The market is really strong, buoyed on by UK tariff reductions, of course, which were done yesterday. We reduced from US tariffs were reduced from 25% down to 10 for the UK, and then the reciprocal tariff for the UK, which was 5.1 to the US, it's now 1.8. So that's really buoyed on the pound. Japanese yen. Now be careful. Now there was an announcement that Japanese government signaled the possibility of a rate hike, citing expectations of rising wages. So that they make all these noises, and usually happens on a Friday, fire and forget on a Friday. So it's a habit they have, just like solicitors send out letters and rubbish out on a Friday and go home for the weekend. So we could resume our USD Japani short, which could be quite interesting. But for here, we've got a strong pound, yen, which is weak in comparison. If you look on the Richter scale, the pound at the moment is 6, and the yen is 5.3. So the eyes are on the front of the pound at the moment. Get down into the 15 minutes. Well, I was hoping to retarget the stretch target we had yesterday that got whacked quite nicely, but we've come back down into this now consolidation zone. and the market's slowly rising off without any great, without
Alert triggered.
any real great momentum to put the trade back on. But this is one of the wildest FX pairs as far as movements throughout the day. It can easily do 150 pips. It can go up to 250 a day. So these can go to targets very quickly and get you stopped out very, very quickly indeed as well. But from a technical perspective, we are going great guns. And we've got some nice 15-minute bar there, and that's a break of the 15-minute bar that we took there. So that's a 15-minute bar, stop under the swing low, and we're heading into these targets that we identified in the edge. Did I? Yes, there we go. So yeah, going good. So we're just waiting for, hopefully, for that. I'm just going to, rather than me have to go back to the trading charts, I'm just going to put that, write that one down. Great, I forgot to write down Great British Pound, Japanese. And we're in at 19,520, bit of slippage to 0.2, 30 pips with a 39 target. So we're just about getting there. So one thing, when we are pushing, these are like new highs, not new highs, but relatively new in the sequence of the phase waves. So what we don't want to do is we're going for a stretch here. You could go for 30 pips, which would be a 1-to-1. But I think we can reduce our risk here. Since we're up 2 or 3% on the FTSE, we can do a stop to entry here, make this completely risk-free, and let it do its thing. We could put an alert here for 30. There's 30 right into the consolidation. That would give you a 1-to-1 risk reward. And since we've got money in our pocket anyway, it might be a good idea if that alert goes off. Let's go and see if we can just collect a few more rupees in that. We've got a sea of green, blue. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trades on the go. All of them blue, all of them winning, which is quite nice. So US 500, that's going towards the gap. Gold spot is moving as well. I think just have a quick look at, before we go on to the rest of them, let's go back to gold, and I think I might want to do a stop to entry on gold. Let's have a look. You can see we're doing the waves. Wave 1, pull back. Wave 2, wave 1, and you can see the wave 1's very weak. I just wanted to get a sneaky bit of money in there from the bounce. Traded it. Yeah. It's a shame. Guys in Oz could have done that trade, but obviously we were in bed. That's a lovely 15-minute bar here. If you'd decided you want, for God's sake, come on. If you wanted to take a technical trade on gold, and there was a beautiful 15-minute bar at 5:30, a little bit late in getting in, but never mind. We were in anyway. I'm just thinking I'm going to reduce this risk by a long way. I'm going to put this under this fractal structure here. I'll turn the fractal on so you can see it. So there we are. There's a fractal structure there. So reducing our risk to nearly 0.1%. You know, and this is just a little, see if we can get a squeeze. That would be nice to get that squeeze. So let's go back to the Forex now. We'll look at, we've looked at pound Japani. The other thing we've got is euro pound going short. So this is quite interesting. I'll just take this off just for the moment. We were looking at this yesterday, hit all the targets yesterday. They're in the edge yesterday, hit. I was just looking at the edge. I might do a report on the edge because it's had, I looked at last week, every single day last week it won. Yesterday it won, today it looks like it's going to do exactly the same thing. I actually should put some information together on that for YouTube. Right, so what we've got here is the market just completely coming off. The targets that we had yesterday were 84.20. We smashed those targets. Ideally, we'll have seen the market come back and do a retrace level. So a retrace level into the 50% retraces here, 61.8% fibos here. That's why this band is here. Ideally, ideally, we'll get the market to come up into this level and then blow back down through this level and then down to this next level, top of this consolidated area. That would be the perfect storm, but the market is very weak. Very weak. We had that lovely cross that we use a 9 across the 200. The early doors warning of market going really negative, and we're trading under 26. It's absolutely screaming negative, this, but we are oversold and we are squeezing. So the trade that I put on early doors this morning was just a little sneaky. Let's get in and let's get out for a 10 pip movement if we can. But my view was this would come and hit very quickly on the Northern European Open, but it hasn't. The issue here being, I think the market will probably needs to do a bit of a retrace back into these levels. But I wanted to see if we can get in and out very quickly, or over a very short period of time, and earn a nice cheeky 1%. But you never know. Right, so pound Japani has just been filled for a stop to entry on that. This is the worry. You get the impulsive moves over the first kind of market open to the first like 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes. Now, if your trade doesn't work by then, when we're in, you know, sniper trading as we do, then the markets kind of tend to relax and then move in line with a longer trend, or you know, longer how can you call it, habits, whereby the market does an impulsive move coming down, and then we get a retrace. Sometimes we're in a detail here of 1 hour, but if we come out to 4 hours, quite often you see the markets. We can see here a nice movement down, consolidation, and a blast out. The risk was this market would come back up and start to find some buyers. Why we'd have euro buying against the pound with the news on the pound that we've got today, I have no idea. But the market's always right. There's no accounting for traders, and you know, it is what it is. So we still may get our little movement that we want. Let's right into the detail in 10 minutes. You can see how spiky the market is. So this was the impulsive move that I wanted to take down into a double tap here, so we could get our 10 pips, 10 and 10, 1 to 1, quite nicely. Over the 5 minutes, you can see right to the micro levels.
Alert trigger.
The market's still negative, and it still isn't. Well, it's under the 26. while it's under the 200. Market's still negative. You always get people trying to buy into these levels, into these consolidation levels. But let's see if the bears can give them a blooded nose. So let's do
Alert triggered.
alert down here. I'm going to go back to that pound Japani now. This is very volatile, a very volatile FX. And there was the 1% level. We come straight up. We got stopped, no loss, no gain. We're managing our risk. And the reason we're managing our risk quite harshly, or well, I should say, is because we've already got, depending where you got in the market this morning, guys, early on, we did that 1% live, and we did the other one half live, half not, which is, you'll either made 2.5 or 3%. So our aim is to make 1% a day, as you know. So let's say we just sat on a couple of percent. Why on earth do I risk anymore? So the issue is,
alert triggered.
Where do you get in again? So
alert triggered.
The interesting thing is you can look at all these bars. These were all relevant and bars to take. There is no harm if the structure is still good. In other words, we're still trading with the 9 EMA.
Alert triggered.
Why you can't be in now still. We were just looking at how to get in, how to manage our risk. So if we're going to come in here, your stop's going to have to
alert
be
triggered.
42 pips, and the target now is 28. The market did rise up into possibly 44, 46. So, yeah, you could get in. We could decide to maybe have a look at a fracker and get in on a fractal. Let's just have
alert triggered.
Just have a look at that alert. Alerts are going off at the moment. Where is my alert?
Alert triggered.
All right, that's a FTSE on a breakout going long. So crude must be going long as well. So we'll just do this on I'll show you in 5 minutes, and the FTSE's identifying it's going long. So we've got some fractal structure here. Another frac bottom there, frac bottom there, frac bottom there, one frac there, another one here and there. I'll show you. There, these are the fracs. The issue we've got here, we've got that surge up and profit taking into this. As I mentioned to you, get all the triggers. There's no way people have possibly got a 1-to-1 for that, but they've just triggered money. They've just pulled the trigger into the consolidation range. Which is, it's always annoying when this happens, because we are trying to trade in a 1-to-1. This sort of kind of action is just typical of retail traders who lose money. The 1-to-1 was up into here. So when they win less than 1%, for argument's sake. And when they lose, they always lose 1. So they snatch your profits and let the stops get hit. It's just annoying when you know that that's potentially going to happen and it gets self-fulfilled. But do not get drawn in to how most traders trade. If you haven't got a 1-to-1, don't do it. If you have a 1-to-1, it's going to come into the trigger finger area where you get all the people with the trigger fingers trying to take profit. Make your trade risk-free. This is a wild market, a USD Japan. It's not one of the majors, it's one of the minors, but it's very frothy. And we can make quite a lot of money out of this. I did yesterday, but all our targets were hit. Fantastic. If you get a 5-minute fractal and we can see 19,560 or a wee bit higher, then that's fine. What have we got as a fractal break here? We've got a fracker here. We've got, looking at 28 pip frac with a 3 pip spread, 32 pips. So it's a 32 pip stop. You kind of could stretch that into 32 on a 5-minute fractal. You can see that on the price movements, we're now trading over the 9 EMA. Momentum's on our side. Let's take the small detail into the 5 minutes and the OBV. On balance volumes coming through as well. People are walking away a little bit, but balance, you can see the volumes walking away, you can see here, but the prices are coming through. And the price movement to the top side is coming through, so great stuff. Do we want to play with this, or shall we go into the FTSE? And we've already made 2 or 3% out of the FTSE. Shall we go and try and make some more? Because we've lost our one-to-one edge on this now. I'm going to put an alert. If the market comes down a bit further, then, you know, we could be interested. You could get a one-to-one out of this, but you'd have to sit in this and watch it. So we don't want to be setting. We want to look for high probability in and out trades. So let's go back to that FTSE. And then let's have a look at what's happened from that alert. We must have had a breakout above the close. Yes, we have. Lovely flat bottom, 2 ring highs, 2 ring high pair there. Fractal break here on a 15-minute. No 15-minute bar. On cash up, you need 2 15-minute bars to come back in the same direction. Oh, everyone's quiet in the talky bits this morning. Right, so let's get into 5-minute fractals. So we did want a fractal structure to work with. So you can see the first phase wave, market run up, and now it's on its phase 2 or wave 2. Market's only moving 2 directions, of course. You only ever go up or go down, but don't do anything else. Right, so we're looking at a market to put in a fracker bottom somewhere around this level. Maybe a front run of the pivot and a fracker here. It gives a 5-minute fractal into our 86.35. Again, that would be nice. Let's just measure this so we are armed on a frac breakout. So that at the moment is 15.6. We'll call it 16 plus the spread 17 plus 1 extra 18. Can we see 18 into there? Where's it gone last time? 18. It could go up to 20. That's probably good enough. Does anybody in the room want to take that fracker? I'm happy not to take it because we're already sat on 3% profit on the FTSE. And it's not an easy one-to-one into the target. It probably will do it. But yeah. And we are also sat on this call today, which is already 2,400 to latest is 6. That's the weekly I'm looking at. That's interesting. We've got 2 different figures here. Ah, all right, yeah. It's a spread difference. I'm looking at the FTSE. I'm looking at these figures here, and on the IG chart, it's 6.26, but with the spread difference, it's 4.4. So we're only 200% up. But that's all right. 200% per contract, of course, and there's 20 contracts there. We're in an American session expecting this market to rise. So we're looking at over 500 here, aren't we? What is this? This is 550%. And that's 889%. Or we need to be making more money out of that. Boom, 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 boom. Where else? Let's have a look. So we can. So no one's interested in. We've already given it some on the FTSE. I think this target will get hit. 5-minute fracking. Is that? That's no, it's not. That is a tighter fractal now. But we don't like the structure. We don't like it when the structure really starts to pull back. We're looking at the market being a little bit weak here. We've got indecision candle, markets coming off, unbalanced volumes weighing in a little bit. We don't like to take a lower fractal here unless we've got some sort of consolidative range. Can I find a pattern that's similar from yesterday? So here, this is a similar pattern yesterday. The market came up and produced a lower fractal with an indecision candle. In this instance, there's one there as well. Indecision candle, market came up, started developing a step down rather than steps up. And when you see this structure here, in play, it's a kind of warning signal for you that the market has probably had enough at the moment, and it may want to come back into a relax. So we get back to where we are today. We've got some consolidation here around the close. You can see people aren't happy at the moment to buy above the close. That reminds me, what have I traded on these other ones? FTSE, yep. Gold still. Right. Don't like this structure. What we need, if we're going short, we need all these nice legs coming down. If we're going long, then we need to see some nice steps going to the top side. What we've got here is indecision, when market having a big rally since cash futures this morning, 7 o'clock, when the reversal happened. So you've got a market that's run 53 pips. The ATR today is 12. I've got a little chart up here. So the market's run 50 odd pips. A 5-day average true range is only 82. We've done 60% average true range today. This morning alone, that was very quick. So probably leave it alone when we've made so much money out of it. Put some alerts on. If the market comes down a bit further, we'd kind of be interested down into the pivot and then start another wave. That might be nice. What else can we look at? We'll go and look at the things that are in the. So, quick look, pound to penny, really spiky. We've got some nice fractal structure here. We can put some stops under, of course. Again, can you see this weight? You know, this as the market's moving up, we're growing and growing and growing, which is really, really nice. I'll save that. That should be at 5 minutes. Save this template. There we go. The bottom of this fractal's held really, really well as we've been moving on. And we've got this nice walk up here until we get to here. And again, you get that indecision candle as well here. It's that warning. Market's not quite primed. It's probably had enough. We've got a lower fractal here. Let's leave that alone, it's damaged. Euro pound is the other short. That was the one where we tried to get a cheeky 10. Euro, I think Euro USD was the other one I had on the swap sheet to go short. It was euro. Let's have a look at euro USD. Euro USD. Wow. Zoom out. So these are the areas. That's on a 4-hour chart, but I'll just do a fill on here so you can see. So there's the 61.8 and the 50% retrace on the last wave coming down. So ideally, we really would want the market to come up a little bit more into this area. Anywhere in this area to look for a reversal to actually sell the market. But what we can do here, we can do a little trick here, not a little trick, but because the euro constitutes 57% of the Dixie. If the Dixie, the dollar basket, if the dollar basket is going up, then the euro will go down and vice versa. It's a mirror image. But so what we can do with PRT, we can add and compare very quickly. We put the Dixie up. And we can have a look what's happening with Dixie at exactly the same time. So there we are. There's the dollar basket. As you can see, it's nearly a mirror image. So as this market is coming down, you'll see the euro going up. And it's just about a mirror image. So it's a really good way of having a look at where's the market potentially going to go with other asset drivers. And the asset driver here is the Dixie against the euro dollar. So if we see the dollar starting to lose some of its strength, more of its strength, and we'll see the euro come up against the dollar. And as the American market opens, then we might see the Dixie gather some more strength, and then that will send the euro down to the next level. So I'll take the Dixie off. Just another trick for you guys that are using Pro Real Time. It's good to see what's happening with one thing we've not looked at. Let's just two things we've not looked at. We've got our trades on futures markets for the US dollar. We've got weekly US 500 calls where we'll be looking to see if we can cash those out. That would be quite nice this afternoon. I would like to get 500%, 600% if we can. That would be nice. They're all free at the moment, which is nice as well. So what can we actually do here? Let's go and look at, we haven't looked at that. So, Euro USD bots. Right. Let's, if you haven't got the Dirty Dozen bots, where are the part of the yeah. Right, I'm going to need to do an update of the bots, don't I? So let's just go and have a look over. At the moment, I'm running BTC, and I'm going to call up. Oh, I haven't got Euro USD loaded, so let's have a look. Euro USD. Where's my Euro USD box? Oh, I've never got a Euro USD. No, I've just got a Renko one. Oh, that's a shame. We've could develop, I'm not going to do it on YouTube. It'll attract all the trolls. Not the guys that are watching live here, but we'll put I'll do a new bot, a derivative for Euro USD, because I think we need. Has anyone in the bot room done a Euro USD bot? Anybody?
There's one in the standard pack.
Is there?
Because I've got it on my machine.
Right. I've just not loaded it then, have I? Right, I'll go and get it. Cheers, Simon. Bots. Standard pack. There are the new ones. Dirty dozen. There it is, yeah. I don't know why I haven't got it. There we are. Right, we'll put it on then. Cheers, Simon. Right, okay. So we best do a bit of testing on this first, haven't we? So, right, okay. We'll set this to standard 2K account. Right. So let's zoom out a little bit. Let's use some structure, previous structure that we want to test. That's looking a bit gnarly, isn't it? Going down sideways and a bit gnarly. So that's an interesting area to test. And we want it quite relevant. It's not going back testing weeks and weeks and weeks, as you know, or years. I mean, it's just sort of rubbish doing that. I think economic climate's completely different than it was last year. Wars, tariffs, all sorts of things. This is the last area. Don't forget we are running 5-minute fractals. So that will do on it. That will do if we say April. If we want the bot to mimic what's actually happening in real time, let's go and do that. So time frame for this bot is 5 minutes. And we want this to run from the 21st of April. So let's get down into 5 minutes. That's enough, isn't it? 21st of April, let's get some data on. 21st of April. That'll do. We'll do that from the morning. Good enough to today. That's absolutely fine. And I tell you what, we just test it out of the box. So it's not being touched. It's not being meddled with me yet. So, right. So out of the box, without any refining, it's 65% hit rate. If we just took it out of the box and kept using it, it would have bounced 6.96%. 4.8 in April, and so that's it's not bad, that is it. Let's have a look at the closed trades list. When it's losing, it's going straight to a loss, isn't it? And the risk management is catching all reversals, apart from one or two where it hit full target. More than one or two. More than, yeah, okay, so it's hitting full target quite a bit of the time. So what we'll do here, we'll unhook that, close it. And what was the normal stop and target was 46. So let's put a code in there, the alpha code, alpha 1, done. And we'll do STE triggers as well, alpha 2. And then we'll just add those in, give them an attribute, alpha 1, alpha 2. 46 pips was the last one. So let's call it a 20 pip stop, 60 pip range. What I'm doing now is I'm modeling every scenario possible between what I'm saying is between the 21st of April, we're going to look at stops between 20 and 60 with some stop to entry trigger functions between, let's say, 4 and 20. That's given us 10,000 times 697 different scenarios. And let's put it on a back test, tick by tick, with a percentage win of trades. And let's see what the optimal might be. So you can see we're running now here. It's running everything. So it was 65%. It's found an option that will give you a little bit more than that. The close positions performance calendar takes us, what was it, 4%, 4.6? It's nearly doubling the profit potential, but it's widening, and it's a 75% hit rate, more money returned. Okay. 16 trades, wins 12. I wouldn't be too unhappy about that. So that'll be a wider, so it's requiring 56 pips. Now, what we want to be able to do is have a nice, healthy ST stop to entry function on this spiky market. And it was 6 before. 6 can be quite tight, as you know. IG sometimes play with the spreads and keep you aware in certain circumstances when a market's volatility. Don't let you get within 5 or 6 pips of the current price when you are trying to put stops to entry. So I'm just looking at all the scenarios don't change until we've got. Tell you what, let's we'll double what the old one was. It was 6. Let's go to 14. So we've got 56 and 14. 56 and 14, and we'll test 56 and 14. So we'll now do 56 and 14. So we'll get onto here. We'll take this from 6 to 14. And we'll take the normal stop and target from 46 to 56. Again, we don't need to do anything because the code automatically ensures risk profile is aligned with the bank size. It calculates how much you should be doing. So let's just hit this and let's see if it'll. Here 56. So what have I done here? Variable optimization. Let's take that off. Let's quickly check what A56. Yes, sorry, I didn't take the alpha code off. There we go, and that will work now. So let's see. Boom, 75% of the win rate time. So quite happy about that. Have you made a note, guys? Of I'll put this new set. I'll put these settings in the bot room. But those are the settings that you need to use now. Looking at this market, trying to trade this market fluctuation. So if we put the bot on now, which is great. What we're looking for here is the bot will not switch itself on until all the market conditions are met. And the impulsive wave it's going to go for is 56 pips. What direction? What have we got up here? We've got 48. But I'm targeting around 11,000. 11,002. What did I put on the, what did we put on the edge? So 1102. We've got easily, if the market comes off from here and the bot comes in, but easy trade. So automatic trading, make sure you're on 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Prepare for automatic trading. There we are, there's Euro USD and smack Euro USD on. Hit the, but we're, oh, BTC's just automatically gone in for a trade as well. So we're Euro USD's waiting. There we go. I'm just going to write in here. Modified stop limit STE. Automatic save, so gone down, so there we go, and that's running now. So there we go. That was a quick, easy one. So quick look at BTC. See that bot is running, isn't it? So BTC bots actually gone in now, looking for 1,100 pips. Back to the FTSE. Has this market done what we suspected it might on the frackers? Yes. I'll just turn the frackers back on and be able to see them. So we had that indecision, which gives you an indication that market's had enough. So it's damaged. Let it go and sit in the corner quietly and repair itself. So it's still a trade. Definitely is a trade. Long for the day, but it just needs to come back and relax. So if we go to the 15 minutes, another technique that you can use when we get these 15-minute impulse. Now, it's not ideal because the impulse isn't in cash hours, but one of the techniques that we often use is we'll put a Fibonacci on that impulsive 15-minute wave. So let's get the fib on there from the very bottom to the top. And then we identify where the 61.8 is, which is there, and the 78.6 fibos. So take that Fibonacci tool off. Now, what we're ideally looking for, I need to put the 50% pullback on. I sort of forgot about that. That's not a fibo, of course, but I think we've got the 50% set on here anyway. We'll put this in, put that in the line there, at 50. Right, at 50 there. So one of the things we can look to trade is the market to come down to 61.8 and stop under CBOS on the swing low. We're looking for a 15-minute bar off that. Or we're looking for the market to come all the way down to a 78.6. We're going to put an order in at 78.6. And we're going to target the 50% there. And the stop is a one-to-one risk reward. The stop is under the impulsive move. So what you've got here is you're coming down to a 78.6. Usually that's defended quite well, very well indeed. Now, if it isn't defended well, the market usually then retraces 100% before then reverting. Here we've got Camera breakout short, which is one of our system trades anyway, and it's a good base. And if you see here, the stop is under CBOS. So you can put a trade in here and a 1-to-1. All you're looking for is the market to come back to 78.6, have a bounce into the 50% retrace, dead easy trade, and you can just sit and wait on that all day. Not a problem at all. That's another trade. That's a favorite trade of Andy's. Not Andy H. Sorry, Andy. Andy's not in at the moment. Just having a look down the list. He's not in. So that's one of his favorite trades. But at 15-minute bar, perfect, or 50% retrace level and a bounce off that, targeting 86.35. Great. 5-minute fractal, as long as you have some nice fractal structure, a nice staircase going up, like so, then great. As soon as you start seeing staircases stopping to walk up to the top side, warning sign. As soon as you get the Heikin Ashi decision candle, warning sign. And it's just a matter of sitting and waiting, putting your alarms in. You know, whoever said trading was sexy, you've just got a lot of patience. You've got to wait for the market to do its thing. One thing I'm keen on is, and we have been, which is USD Swiss and USD Japani. We'll have a quick look at those before tripping over into gold and crude. Gold should be doing something. So we just started to run up a little bit with gold. Now let's get it into the detail. I've got some frac structure here. So we've got some new fractal structure here. I'll switch them on so you can see. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move that stop to entry completely free, and it's under that fractal structure. So if we lose, we win. If we win, then we win some more. So that's a perfect way of managing that risk. One thing I am interested in, because FTSE is coming down, crude should be coming down as well then. Crude has come down. Let's get into that detail. Yeah, look at this structure. As long as this isn't broken and we see this consolidatory box here, you know what happens with this. The market comes down, runs into a consolidation phase, and 9 times out of 10 exits the box in the same way as it entered, down. So we could see the FTSE come down considerably further. 26% of the FTSE is oil driven. So if oil comes down, FTSE has quite a big issue going on. Forex. The Euro USD, we're waiting for that to pull up. Got the bots on anyway. How's the Euro CAD one come up here as well? Not interested in that really. Let's just keep on the focus. If we get if the yen, if the Bank of Japan, a USD, JPY starts raising interest rates again, we can get back on the USD Japanese slide, going back down.
Alert triggered.
And we did this for quite a while and absolutely smashed it to bits. We got a lot of money out of it coming down.
Alert triggered.
But then it's just started to reverse a little bit, and we can see here on the 4-hour levels have broken some key 4 levels.
Alert triggered.
That alert's going off again. What alert is that? Euro
Alert
Swiss.
triggered.
Right. Okay. Euro Swiss. I didn't put it in, but we had our sessions on. So just to stop flipping around too quickly, these are the downside targets that we want to go for. Ideally, we'll be trading under the 4-hour EMA there. So what we need is USD Japani Japanese yen to raise interest rates on Friday, or give a mute for Friday. That's gonna happen. So let's go to Euro Swiss via this one. So come on, we need this phase wave now to come down. I think what we're going to do, and here we're 3/4 of the way down, let's do a stop to entry, make that completely free as well. And if we get this smashed off, then we'll get another 1% in the bag, which is nice. So we're completely free on gold, we're completely free USD, we are completely free on pound Japani, and we've made 3% on the FTSE as well, so happy days. Euro Swissy. That was the alert, wasn't it? Euro Swiss. Wow. Did anyone keep the bot? Neil, did you keep your bot? We developed that bot, didn't we? For a swinging. Did you leave your bot on?
No, unfortunately not.
Damn, I switched mine off as well. It's always a low sod, isn't it, in trading, you know? It's you're thinking, and when you look at it, you think, well, why the hell didn't I leave it back on? We did the filters, the special filter. Where is it? There we go. And it was up on here. It was the perfect storm, it said. It went in, did a stop to entry. You only made a couple of rupees. And I thought, well, I'm not going to switch that one on again. And look at it. Don't like this one because it's about 3 pip spread, really. It's not so good for day traders. You don't want to pay 3 in, 3 out when you're only going for 20 pips or something like that. That's a shame. Don't want to put it on again. No, it's completely overstretched. It's not the right place. This morning would have been, well, in fact, if we'd left it switched on, it would have triggered itself, wouldn't it? Flipping heck. The good thing is, it's wait for a pullback. Wait for a pullback. Never mind. Never mind. I like USD Swiss as well. USD Swiss. I think with the US dollar coming off a little bit, this could have been a trade this morning, most probably. The thing is, you've got to choose an asset that you want to take money on. You can't, it's no point looking at, try to chase everything. Again, we focus every morning on the FTSE, we rip our money out of the market on the FTSE, and really, as a disciplined trader, if you're looking at 1% plus, we've made 3 days worth of money on the FTSE, so we shouldn't really be just keep your money there. Look at 15-minute bar. What a beautiful bar that is. Is there an early one to 5:30, 5:30, 5:30, 5 o'clock? Rubbish. Oh, there's one. There's one. Could have took with a stop above here, which would have, that would have been an 18, 21, 22. 22 pip stop, 22 pip target. Yes, that would have worked. So we stop here, plus a spread, +1, coming down here. It's all overcut now, it's done. The 1-to-1, the nice fracker break, the nice 15-minute reversal has happened. If you were doing it later, then there's the one there, which was at 21, rounded to 22, plus the spread, 25 +1, 26. It would still be in play. It's at 20, it's gone down to 25. So yeah. Oh well. Right, any question? Anyone got any questions? We're going up after this. It's running out, we're shopping apart. So we made all our money, hit all the targets from yesterday, which is really nice. And let's see if we can do this again. One thing, if you're watching this on YouTube, have I got the the detail in here. I'm not sure. Oh, right, yeah. So if you've been watching some of the 15-minute bars that we've done, then you can actually get the 15-minute bar entry guide free here. If you just click this URL here, it should take you to the 15-minute guide here, which is completely free. And you can download that. There's a few people that like it already, but well over 200 downloads on that. And if you want to get the daily edge that's in my room, you just click the link there, and that will take you to the daily edge and give you a copy of this report every single day into your email box of what's hot, what's not, what's happened in the markets, what's happened overnight, all the links for further reading and the recommendations to trade. FTSE smashed it this morning. Pound Japan, we had a go in that, and we were stopped to entry in that, and we wanted to leave that one alone. We're going for the gap on US 500, and only time will tell when that happens. We're in gold, we're stopped to entry, we've done a short-term long, as it said. I hope we make some money. Euro USD, we're waiting for that to pull back. We've got a bot on that one. And Euro pound on that one, we are 6 pips up, and we're going for a quick 10 and then go further down. So that's looking like it's working as well. So I think this is £10 a month, £2.50 a week for 6 trades a day, and heads up on what's going on. So yeah, let's see what's you can see how that works. So no questions. No one's got no questions. So if there's no questions going on, then we've done all the trades. We're looking for that 600% this afternoon on the call. We're 150% up, and we're looking for the market at least to come into here. If I'm back this afternoon in time, then we might open the room up for the Dow gap trade and the US 500, and we'll trade that live and see how that runs. But hopefully we've got a 2% trade on for the S&P. Anything for the room, guys?
Cheers, Dave.
All
No?
good, thanks.
All right, no worries, guys. See you then, and see you to everyone on YouTube, and we'll be back on again this afternoon. We've got the big divvy trades tomorrow as well, so I'm looking forward to those. Cheers, guys. Bye.
Cheers, Steve.
Thanks.
Cheers.